Good afternoon everyone, I'm Andy, thank you for watching and welcome back to my garden. This is one part of my garden where I keep my hens, and if you've watched my other videos you'll kind of know this area quite well. Now in today's video we're going to talk everything relating to dust baths. So there's kind of three questions that we're kind of going to look at and explore. So number one then, what is a dust bath and why do chickens need it? Number two, what goes into a dust bath? So we'll look at some of the kind of ingredients and staple things that you can use in your dust bath to kind of help your hens. And then finally then the third thing we'll look at is what can we do to help our feathered friends when it comes to dust bathing. So firstly then, what is a dust bath? Well, a dust bath is essentially the same as us having a shower or a bath. It's the chicken's way of cleaning themselves, and they'll use a dust bath to get rid of things like dirty feathers, lice, mites, all the sort of creepy crawlies that you come to expect in a chicken enclosure. And imagine us going to a spa and having a relax, and it's, you know, that's the chicken's way of doing it. So it kind of is what it says on the tin really. It's vitally important chickens have got one. They might kind of start trying to make their own if they haven't got access to one, and you'll find kind of holes dug around your garden or your chicken enclosure, and it will generally be somewhere where it's kind of dry soil. They'll scratch up a little hole and then you'll see them thrashing around in there. But there are a few things that we can kind of do to sort of improve their lifestyle when it comes to bathing, and one of those ways is using things like old tyres or kiddies kind of paddling pools, things like that, big litter trays, big plastic tubs, you know, as long as it's a kind of substantial size, big enough for a couple of birds, then happy days. So that's it really, that is what a dust bath is. Next up we're going to look at what goes into a dust bath. So I'm going to be quite quick on this bit. Number two, kind of what goes into a dust bath, just purely because I'm going to show you in a second. I've kind of got something to show you which I'm going to be using for the girls over winter, so I'm going to be kind of creating a new dust bath for them. Now you might kind of read and hear different stories, numerous different things online about what you can put into a dust bath. Some people use things like wood ash out of your log burning stove. Personally I kind of don't do that, but you know, as long as it is kind of pure kiln dried wood ash, then you know, you can't kind of go too far wrong. So that is a potential option, but essentially your staple base for a dust bath should be play sand and soil. So the soil will contain bits of grit as well. As long as it's dry, they can use that to kind of fluff themselves up, and then the sand, play sand, is safe for birds, and they, you know, they'll love it. So that's the kind of first two things really, what you need to put in your dust bath: soil and play sand. Secondly, you can then use things like diatomaceous earth, which I do use, not in abundance, but I do use a bit of it. It's great for getting rid of parasites and you know, mites, lice, things like that. So I would kind of recommend it. Just don't kind of go overboard so it looks like a big, you know, Turkish spa or something. On top of that, you can then start using things like dried herbs for medicinal purposes, so things like sage, oregano, basil, and there's lots of kind of different things that you can use. But we'll talk a little bit about that now, and I'll show you what I've got. So having outdoor dust baths is great in the summer. The chickens kind of use it as and when they need. But what about the winter? It's vitally important chickens have access to a dust bath in winter. So if you've got a, you know, kind of covered enclosure, then great, it's going to do the job. But you know, some people haven't got that ability, whether they're, you know, free ranging or whatever it might be. So it's important we provide an area that the chickens can have a dust bath when it's raining, or, you know, when it's really windy and they can't use it. So that's why I've got one of these. This is called a poultry palace. I will put the link in the description below, so check it out, see what you think. But essentially it's a bit of pre-moulded plastic, it's fully enclosed, and this is a kind of great solution for those kind of cold, rainy, wet days for your chickens. So what goes into a dust bath then? So we briefly touched on it earlier. Now, as I mentioned, your kind of staple ingredients are soil and play sand. So I've got both here, which I'm just going to mix up in this bucket. And now this is all quite sort of wet at the minute and it's quite damp, so I'm going to have to leave this in the greenhouse whilst the greenhouse heater's on to sort of dry out a little bit. I'm just going to give that a little mix. So the sand, as I said, is still quite, it's nowhere near dry enough for them to use, as you can see, but yeah, it's definitely too damp. Now there are some dried herbs which I kind of, again, I mentioned that you can use. Dried herbs are a really kind of good natural deterrent for things like you know, your mites and all your little lice, things like that. So I'm trying to think what I've got in here now. I made this bag up yesterday. So in here we've got sage, oregano, what else have we got? Mint, basil. I think there's a couple of other bits. I can't remember what they are now. But anyway, dried herbs are a good one to have. And then some diatomaceous earth as well. So I'm just going to put a liberal amount in there. I'm not going to kind of go overboard, as I say, because I don't want them bathing in a Turkish spa. So I'm just going to put enough in there. Let's see, that'll do. Pop the herbs in as well. And there you have it. That is a pretty good looking sort of dust bathy, I don't know what you call it really, but it's got everything in there that they'll need. So all the dried herbs are mixed in. You've got diatomaceous earth, sand and soil. That's it. So as I said, you can use things like wood ash as well if you wanted to. As I say, I just kind of stay clear of that. If you do use wood ash, make sure you don't start your fire with, you know, kind of, you know, the barbecue fire lighters, things like that, because they obviously contain chemicals. And any big stones that you've got in there, such as that, just get rid of them. Don't want big rocks or stones in there. Right, one final mix. Get all that soil and sand mixed together. There we go. There we have it. Yep, that's looking good. So that's it. So I'm just going to leave it here now, and then I've put it in quite a sheltered spot. So it's under this great big pine tree here. Got the hedge protecting it from a bit of wind, and generally the kind of rain comes from that direction, so it should be well sheltered. If it's not, I can always move it. And that's it. That's what kind of goes into a dust bath. It works for me. I hope you found this video useful. As I mentioned, if you do get one of these, pop it in a sheltered spot so the rain kind of won't go in it as best you can. It doesn't matter if a little bit goes in, but you want to keep it as dry as possible. So I said I'd kind of leave this in the greenhouse to dry out, but I'll leave it outside. It's still going to dry out naturally. So I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching. I'll put the link for the products that I use in the description below, so check those out. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed as well. The kind of following has grown quite quickly recently, so I really do appreciate it. Thanks very much. Any comments, questions, please get in touch and let me know. If not, I'll see you next week. Take care.